I'm coming back with everything. You know, it's like, you know what, I'll do it all, okay? You don't have to write down what I'm doing now. Write it all out, make the story, put it into a book or a movie. I'll go watch it, okay? I want to go watch what I said, okay? Just cut out the explanation of the I, me's, ands, or what's. Because the I's, me, ands, or what's, you can see who I am, okay? So here I'm just coming to you fresh. I saw something fresh, and I'm coming to you fresh with something new. A new product! Something that everybody likes. It's called Hawaii. Why? I know one part of the Hawaii is the H, which is the heaven, where the angel is. The W is actually like an M. If you outline it, you can see, if you bring an attachment with, there's a place for the attachment. There's one V on the bottom for man who was on earth. There's two V's on top, one to go up either through the spirit, and one for the attachment to go up. Where is it going up, the attachment? It's going to the angel. The angel where? In heaven. But what's he bringing up? What's the whole story about? What's the subject? So the last letter would be the I. The I is the subject. The eye of man, the all-seeing eye on the pyramids, is man's eye, because he sees his whole story in front of his nose, because it's clearer. So he is the I robot who played the game, and thus, therefore, you know, we have it all. Hawaii. H for the heavens. The heavens where the first connection is for the AC, where the A is the angel, the W is the connection. There's two spots for it. Sometimes there's two going up for the M, sometimes there's two going down. But when you're bringing an attachment, you need the extra connection, so you have the W. Then you have the A again for some part of the angel connection, because you got to hook up to some sort of ladder, which is an ange, okay? And then you have the I, which sometimes is an E, so sometimes you can mix it up in English and French, because the I is me. And the E is the E game the I went into to play. And now he's finishing in the game, and now the I is out. So we finish off taking the I out of the E. So it's taking it back from French to English. Thus, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 call letters. H-A-W-A-I. Hawaii is how I went in to play the game. And I came out, and now I'm in paradise. Hawaii. That's what happens when you play and you're honest. You get paid off, and that's where you end up, because you know the whole story. And the whole story is down in Hawaii. And that's why it costs a lot of money to go there, and everybody wants to go there. And when they get there, they feel so free. Even if they fight, they still feel the freedom, because everybody fights for freedom. Is that not true? Understand it the way it is, for the word. And the regular person cannot really understand what they hear. There's going to be a special man who's going to take my words, who's going to squeeze them out, like you squeeze the cheese, and take from it only the worth of the truth, and the rest of it that brings along and carries the story, which is the rope or the ladder for the help. Be careful the rope doesn't go around your neck and you choke, or if you tell the wrong story, what good is the ladder? There's nowhere to go. There's no way in, as the angel will cut you out. So be careful. And if the cat goes under the ladder, it's only a tail. Do you understand? It's a tale of the story. If the black cat passes in front of you, that's all it is. It's a tale of your story. So if you don't tell the truth, well, it's only going to eat you up inside and beat you up inside. Eventually, they'll put you away. And that's what the cat's all about. And the mirror of life is all the time it took for man to get through the 6th day before he figured it out how it works. So that's what happens of 9 years of bad luck, and that's the mirror. They're repeating the man on the 6th day, because God said you only rest on the 7th day. So the 6th day cannot end. So now you know the bad luck of the mirror. How come I know that? Doesn't anybody else know that? Nostradamus must have known it. Now you heard a lot of the truth. Now we're getting to the truth where the truth is serious. Now the serious people really want to see what more of the truth has to say. Because when the truth is there, everybody comes to see where the good music is. Shom FM sings all the songs of the truth. I just broke down the songs in my mind. I figured them all out. I found a way to place them everywhere without writing them down. It's a memory I figured out how to do, and the only way to use this memory is to have purity. And that memory is the purity by going up and down to the heavens and down and up and up and down. And my story is always true. So I go up and down with freedom. So the passage is free. Don't you know what it says? Before you want passage into Norton's to let something in? Well, I let it in. Because they know to let me in because I only tell the truth. Because they know I'll die before I even reach the door if I do not tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's why it's so much easier for me to get in than anybody else. Because I tell the truth and the door is open. My best friend is in heaven. Okay? So go dream and think about the best things. You'll always see all your dreams are in heaven because the best things are in the dream. Because the dream is the hope of man. It's the happiness of man. Thus, I leave you with this. Think about my words. I definitely love you all if you learn who I am to the words I speak to the system. I and the E. French and the English, they mean different things. Thus, you have the 6th day of man, and man is 6. And the French person turns around. They said, oh yeah, 6? Okay, I'll spell 6 for you. From a point of view from a French guy. I say the I. S? The English guy says I. The French guy says E. He goes S-E-X. Sex. It was X. That's the problem. Man was blinded by all the X's because of the E's and all the O's that dotted the I's, that man couldn't find anything from the E. So he doesn't know the E's and the I's and the O's. That's why the Alpha Omega was so mixed up. It didn't matter which direction it went. It had to try northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. And that way the Alpha Omega would eventually turn around the clock in time in all directions to find the divine. And the divine is made up of you, and with you in direction. And the direction is easy. And the cross shows for it, where you go to the forehead, and that is a south. And then you go back to the nose, which is a point of direction, and you go to the left ear, and that is the east. And you go back to the nose, and you go to the right ear, and that is the west. You go back to the nose, you go down, and that is the south. So now you know where everything is on your body. So you got the body parts, you know where they are, figure out how to use them. But you know what? We got a mouth and we never figured out how to use that. Because every time we open our mouth we get in trouble. And all man is in trouble now. You see, it wasn't our hands that got us into trouble. There were a lot of people who already knew it. It was our mouth. And sometimes our mouth is crooked, but we don't tell the wrong story. My grandmother has some sort of palsy. But it didn't stop her from telling the truth. And I don't break my mouth for anybody, but my lips bend all the time. My lips bend for the words, because you have to bend if you want to work with the others for the truth. So that's why the lips bend. And that's why no matter what creation you make, if there's no bending of something, it can't work together. Otherwise it won't fit, and something will seep between the cracks. That will be your saliva. It will leak. You'll need plumber's glue to block it up. Therefore the mouth is closed and no one talks. Keep your mouth closed. What do we need ears for if no one can hear what we have to say? When we have to say the good, and I have to say only the good. And good night! I'm going to try to make this, I'm going to shut him down. I know how to shut him down. If I don't shut him down now because I'm so excited, I'll get sick and I won't even be with you tomorrow. Okay, I'm shutting him down. I know how. It's very simple. Just go back to the regular life and live the BS so the connection is not as strong. And you can just be relaxed and get prepared for the next day. Because this is my birthday. It's the 21st day of the 9. That 9 is the 9 6s that it took to reach day 7. So, September is the 9. September went 21st. The 21st day. Which is blackjack. Ace jack. Find them. Angel is ace in heaven as the wheel spins no matter what you do in life. 36. All the directions you see, at the end there's a cutoff where you get a number. But what that cutoff is the cutoff is the same for everybody, so that's the ace. So everybody begins as an ace. And it depends what they do here on earth is what changes their rest of their colors as man. It's what makes them up as man. So I know I'm the jack, so I know I'm 21. I know we're in September. Tomorrow's the 21st day. We're in time 0, which is 2010 in Baccarat, which is 0000. The 2 dots in the clock show you the difference in time. So we are at time 0. We are being disturbed because of the mosque in New York. So we all know whether the time is right or wrong. We just don't know who to tell and how to tell them. No one wants to listen. No one wants to listen to the truth and honesty and logic. Logic of another, because one person's logic isn't the same as another. You know what? If we go back to the rules and we follow the rules, all our logic would be exactly the same. We wouldn't have any differences, so we would see the differences better. So therefore, man would be together. they would stand together. So therefore the twin towers would stand up again, and they would be equal. But when they stand up again, one will be white and one will be black, as a reminder of the past when we forgot all about the pure lamb who fell down to the bottom of the barrel and became the Baba black sheep of every single family, of all man, through all time, in all history. Well, guess what? 2012, the Maya. The Maya? Why do they call them the Mayan? It's for the month of May. It's the starting of the closure of the connection. That's why they're the Mayan civilization. Because in 18 months, or the 18 days of their month, okay, which is the 18 months we give for the connection leading up to the total time, and do add 5 more days, because they have 20 months, of 18 days is 36. They add the 5 more days, which makes 355 to make it 2 hours, and thus, therefore, you have the lucky 18 for the Hebrew. So you have the 18 months leading up to the beginning of the cutting of the connection with our spirit to our angel, to leading up to December 21st, our 2 weeks vacation for the 9 days we put in, for the 6 extra, for all the 6s we tried before we can get it right. So day 6 lasted a long time. So now we get the week off plus the weekend, the extra pay. So we get vacation pay for that. Then we can start over on the 5th. Now if you take out a labyrinth, which is the pound key, and look at the middle number of the 9 of everything, it's 5. So this, we know that the 5th day of the new year, of the year 00, I think 3, it's Monday should be the 5th, I think. I mean, I don't have to really think, because I really know, because 14 days after the 31st, which ends the extra time we get because of the extra time we spent looking for the truth of life of man. We didn't spend any extra innings, but we spent all the time swinging at the ball until we had a result that told us the rest of the story in life. Raphael, 7286. Why do I know all this? Does it make any sense? All I want you to do is don't look. I don't want you to listen to everything. Just take something in there, grab it out, and look at it and say, okay, this is what it is. Does it make sense? Okay, this is what he said. This is what he said. Now follow everything I said. Follow my rules to see my truth. Play with it any way you want. If it comes out my way again, then you know my truth is true. And it's good to play with everybody. So everybody can play with my truth now. So you can come play with me. I invite you over to play the game. Come, my friend. Now I have another friend. I am Raphael, 7286. A rough file. I was tough on my dad. I was rough. But I filed everybody down with the sweet words I had to say of the truth. And everybody will come down and calm down. Come down from heaven. As God can see the light behind me. The light that shines behind me is an actual blanket. When I move back my head, if you didn't know, it looked like the continuation of a shining light that I'm blocking out. And now you see the perfectness between the connection behind me and me. There you go. Okay, it looks like it's going up and down. You would never know the truth. You see, if you believed in dreams that heaven really existed, you think that was the light to heaven like in the Dr. Mario game. But it doesn't, so you know what? That's the truth of the matter. It's like a ghost in the background. The ghost in the background is actually the connection, but you left it alone. So the connection is broken because your truth and your lies broke the connection. So you have a ghost behind you, and that's your reminder of everything, and it hangs on your back. And that's why everything hangs on your back when it's not the truth, because it bothers you forever and ever and ever. And that's what we live with, and that's what hell is all about. And thank God, I used to cry. I hated it. And I know right now, oh look, here's Buddy. Oh, I just want to show you. Hold on. I have 12 of these. This is Buddy. He's the nicest cat in the world. He's trying to get away. He's got a face of a pirate, but he's actually a saint. So don't be disturbed by what you see. You know what? He's coming back for more. He wants me to pat him. It's a cat's tail, you know. If you can curve it and grab onto it like an umbrella handle and turn it up like a jack and hold on, and I'm the jack to hold on to, you can be saved by man. If you knew which umbrella and handle to hold on to, the one that was glued together the best for you and all, man. Because you check it out, who buys everything? You buy what they buy, because what's best for them is best for you, because you don't want to buy anything that's no good. So when you go to heaven and you talk and you speak and you learn from somebody, you want to learn the truth, go learn the truth from somebody who knows. You figure out what I know, because I want to know what you know about what I know. Then I'll know what you think. And that's why Mark's comment on the bottom, Give me your comment. Comment. You know, in French, comment. How to. In English, it's comment. Give me the comment. I'll understand the how-to of who you are.